Dude, you ever watched someone's eyes go wide? Like, really wide. Not the polite blink wide you get when someone hears a surprise story. I'm talking the jaw-dropping, mind-shattering, can't believe what you're seeing wide. That moment when reality hits them, hard, right in the gut. And you. Yes, you are standing there holding the key, holding the truth they never saw coming. Their other half, their secret reflection, their silent missing puzzle piece. And the moment you reveal it, it's electric. It's chaos, bottled into a heartbeat. Imagine the air thick with tension. The kind of tension that makes your pulse thrum in your ears. Every eye in the room, or maybe just one, locks on you. You feel it before they even do. That subtle, almost sinister charge that precedes revelation. You're not just about to show them something they're about to see. And seeing isn't always gentle. No. It's sharp. It slices, it challenges. The kind of vision that forces people to question themselves, question everything, question you, and yet there you are, calm, collected, predatory. Almost in the patience it takes to wait for their jaw to fall. Think about it. How often do we hide pieces of ourselves, our strengths, our quirks, our truth? Maybe it's fear, maybe it's strategy, or maybe it's just a game. Because life rewards the bold, and nothing jolts a person into respect like the unexpected, the shocking, the revelation they never saw coming. You've been sitting in the shadows, watching, calculating, and then bam, you step into the light with a truth they can't digest politely. It's exquisite, it's raw. And here's the thing, they never see it coming, because you've mastered subtlety. They think they know you. They think they've read the story. But people always underestimate the quiet ones, the patient ones, the ones who watch. You know the power that comes from being underestimated? It's intoxicating. It's fuel. And right in that moment of shock, when their world tilts ever so slightly, you feel it, that rush, that undeniable confirmation. You're in control, not through force, not through intimidation, but through revelation. Pure, undeniable revelation. Picture it again. Their jaw drops, their eyes widen, the room feels smaller, the air tastes thicker. You can almost hear the click, click, click of their brain trying to catch up, trying to reconcile what they thought they knew with what's standing right in front of them. And in that brief, chaotic silence, you realize something crucial. Most people spend their lives waiting for someone to challenge them, waiting for someone to awaken them, waiting for that spark that makes their old reality crumble, only to discover that the spark was you. And let's not kid ourselves. This isn't about cruelty. No. It's about clarity, about power, about forcing someone to acknowledge the hidden, the unspoken, the truths they've ignored. You're not here to comfort them. You're here to shake the walls they've built, to expose the parts of life, of themselves, that they've conveniently ignored. And when that jaw hits the floor, when the disbelief warps into awe, confusion, or even respect, that's the apex moment. That's the currency of influence. That's your moment. Ever wonder why some people leave a mark wherever they go? It's not talent, not luck. It's the timing. the audacity to step forward when no one expects it, the courage to reveal a truth that everyone else tiptoes around. People get comfortable. They settle. They think they've figured it all out. But then in the blink of an eye, someone emerges. Someone sharp, calculated, untamed, and everything they thought was solid collapses. And yes, it's terrifying. It's exhilarating. It's life. So here you are, standing on the precipice of revelation, watching, waiting, knowing the moment will come. The air hums with anticipation, thick with electricity, and when it lands, when their jaw finally hits the floor, that moment defines you, not their reaction, not the noise around you. You, because you dared, you revealed, you forced a confrontation with truth, and nothing feels as potent as that. Take a breath, feel it, the thrill, the fear, the raw, unfiltered satisfaction of knowing that you've changed the game for someone, just by being fearless enough to show them what they never expected. And the best part? This isn't just a spectacle. It's an opportunity. Power, motivation. And right now, as you sit there watching, reading, imagining, I want you to remember, everyone has that moment inside them, that secret edge, that unspoken power. And it's yours to wield. So now comes the moment you've been waiting for, the moment where preparation meets instinct, the reveal. It's not flashy, it's not loud, it doesn't require applause, because the weight of it speaks for itself. You step forward, deliberate. Every movement is calculated. Every word is measured. Every glance a dagger of awareness aimed straight at their mind. They think they're ready. They're not. Watch carefully. Notice the subtle cues, the hesitation in their stance, the flicker of doubt in their eyes. That's your signal. That's when you lean in, metaphorically, and drop the bomb. And the bomb isn't a spectacle. It's a truth. Something they've avoided, denied, ignored. Something that's always been in the room, hiding in plain sight. The moment it lands, it's almost cinematic. The chaos, the confusion, the incredulity, the raw, unfiltered reaction. It's mesmerizing, isn't it? But here's the thing. They might resist. They might recoil. They might even try to mask their shock. No. Don't let that fool you. Resistance is just another layer of the game. A test. A confirmation that you've struck the core. You see, the real power isn't in the surprise itself. The real power lies in your poise while everything else spirals. You're calm. You're composed. You're the eye in the storm. And that is magnetic. Now, let's break it down. How do you make a revelation unforgettable? How do you ensure that their jaw hitting the floor isn't a fleeting moment but a memory etched into their mind? First, precision. Not everyone gets it. You must know your subject. Understand what matters, what hides behind their bravado, what truth will shake them without destroying the room. You wield knowledge like a scalpel, not a hammer. Subtlety is power. Timing is everything. Too early, and it falls flat. Too late, and the impact fades. You want that perfect heartbeat, where everything aligns, where the silence thickens, where their mind races faster than their mouth can respond. And then you release it, clean, sharp. irrevocable. That's when the magic happens. The world tilts just slightly. And they're forced to see what they can't ignore. This is non-negotiable. Every hesitation undermines the moment. Every doubt you show becomes an anchor for their skepticism. You cannot falter. You cannot waver. You are the revelation incarnate. Your conviction becomes contagious. Even if their brain screams denial, their body betrays them. That wide-eyed, slack-jawed disbelief, that's the evidence. That's the proof. That's your signature left on reality. And here's the kicker. The lesson they'll never forget. The secret isn't just in shocking them. The secret is in showing them what's possible. That life, power, influence, it doesn't come from waiting for permission. It comes from daring to expose, to act, to reveal the hidden truths. You just demonstrated it. With one bold move, one revelation, one moment of courage, you rewrote their perception. And the funny part? You didn't even need to say a word after that. Their reaction told the story for you, so let this sink in. Everyone carries a part of themselves they hide, a part of their potential, a secret skill, a hidden truth. And when you reveal it, strategically, deliberately, with full awareness, you don't just surprise people, you transform them. You force them to acknowledge what they've been avoiding. And yes, you claim a piece of power in the process. The satisfaction is unparalleled. Now here's the challenge for you. Look in the mirror. Identify your other half. That part of yourself you've kept hidden. That skill, that insight, that edge that could shock the world or at least shock the people who think they know you. Ask yourself, how will you reveal it? When will you reveal it? And will you do it with precision, timing, and confidence? Or let it fade, unnoticed, like a whisper in the wind? Because the truth is simple. The world rewards bold revelation. Not empty gestures, not timid hints, but the audacity to step into the room, expose the hidden, and watch as the consequences unfold. And when that jaw hits the floor, when eyes widen and hearts race, you realize something crucial. This is not about them. It's about you, your courage, your power, your willingness to act when others only hesitate. Remember this. Shock is temporary. Respect lasts. Influence endures. Fear fades. But a well-timed revelation, that leaves a mark. And now, you've seen it, felt it, imagine it. And the question remains, will you be the one to leave that mark? Or will you watch someone else take the stage, while your secret power remains buried? Now let's take it a step further. Revelation is powerful. Shock is addictive. But left alone, they fade. The jaw drop lasts only a moment. The awe dissipates. What separates the momentary thrill from lasting impact is action, precision, mastery. And that, my friend, is where you come alive. Own your edge. Not just in theory, not in fleeting bravado. You must embody it. That secret skill, that hidden strength, that spark you've been hiding in the shadows, bring it into every interaction. Let it saturate your presence. People don't just notice it, they feel it. They can't ignore it. Every glance, every word, every decision radiates the fact that you know your worth, that you know your power. Create tension. The people who think they know you must always wonder, must always guess. You don't reveal everything at once. You control the flow, tease, test, provoke. The suspense becomes your ally. It's the silent drumbeat behind every jaw-dropping moment, the electricity in the pause before truth hits. People respect what they cannot predict. They fear what they cannot anticipate. And above all, they remember it. Deliver strategically. This is where many fail. They show too much, too soon, or scatter their impact with noise. No, no, no. Every revelation must land like a hammer. One strike, clean, unforgettable. Timing isn't just about seconds. It's about context. Who is watching? What is at stake? What do they think they know? And how will your revelation force them to confront what they ignored? That's power. That's influence. That's you, elevated. Build layers. Don't stop at one jaw-dropping moment. Mastery comes in repetition, in escalation. You layer revelations, insights, and truths, like threads weaving a net. People start to recognize the pattern. They start to anticipate brilliance, but never fully catch it. That anticipation, that tension, that thrill, it keeps you ahead. It keeps you relevant. It keeps you feared, admired, and unforgettable. Reflect and evolve. Here's the paradox. To shock and influence others, you must constantly challenge yourself. What hidden power have you not explored? What truth have you avoided? The edge you wield externally is forged internally. Sharpen it daily. Hone your instincts. Study reactions. Learn the art of subtlety, timing, and impact. Every interaction becomes practice. Every observation, a lesson. Every revelation, a tool in your arsenal. This isn't about spectacle. It's about legacy. It's about shaping perception without demanding attention. It's about leaving a mark on the minds of those who underestimate you. The jaw drop isn't the end, it's the beginning, a signal, a message. You are present, you are capable, you are not to be dismissed. Every calculated reveal strengthens your presence. Every controlled chaos builds your authority. Now I want you to imagine your life as a stage. The lights dim, the audience murmurs, the air is thick. You stand center. Every glance counts. Every word resonates. And then you strike. You reveal. You take control of the narrative. The shock hits. The disbelief is palpable. And in that moment, everything changes. Not just for them, but for you. So take a breath. Lean in. Identify your edge. Sharpen it. Perfect it. And when the time is right, unleash it. With precision. With confidence. With audacity. The world doesn't wait for the timid. It rewards the bold. And the bold? They leave impressions that last. They command attention without asking for it. They move through life like a storm you didn't see coming, but one you cannot forget. Remember this. Every jaw drop is proof. Proof of your courage. Proof of your insight. Proof that you can disrupt, transform, and elevate any space you enter. The question isn't whether you have the power. It's whether you have the discipline to wield it. Whether you have the patience, the timing, the strategy to create moments that will echo in minds long after the scene fades. And when you do it again, and again and again, you stop being just another person. You become the force people can't ignore, the edge they can't anticipate, the presence that shapes perception. That's not luck. That's the intention. That's strategy. That's mastery. So go, prepare, observe, strike, and never forget, the jaw that hits the floor today is the respect, influence, and power you command tomorrow. Someone somewhere is looking at you differently. Not casually, not out of curiosity. No, they've connected a few dots. A few tiny, seemingly insignificant pieces of the puzzle you've been quietly building. And now, they can't stop staring. You've become the signal in a room full of static. And oh, the tension in that realization, it's delicious. They don't know what to make of you yet, but they will. And they're fixated. Someone high up, someone with influence, power, authority, suddenly noticing you. Not your name, not your face, but the ripple of your actions. The patterns that emerge when no one is watching. It's like being invisible and visible all at once. One moment, you're just another cog in a sprawling system. Next, you're a problem or an opportunity. And here's the kicker. They can't look away. They study. They analyze. They speculate. And every little detail about you becomes a potential lever for them to pull or for you to use. Ah, the thrill of awareness. They've started connecting the dots, yes. But here's what they don't realize. Dots, when aligned, form not only pictures, but traps. They think they see the story. They believe they understand the narrative. But you, yes you're the author of the plot twist. You're the wild card. The chaos wrapped in calm. The shadow behind the smile. And when they fixate, when they obsess, that's when the real game begins. That's when opportunity knocks. No. Don't think for a second that this is about fear. Not yet. Fear is for those who don't understand their own power. This is about attention. Intense, concentrated, unavoidable attention. And attention is currency. Every look cast your way, every whispered thought about your moves, that's value, that's leverage, that's potential waiting to explode. And the best part? They don't even know it yet. They're counting dots while you're already sketching the blueprint. Here's the delicious irony. They're watching, thinking they've uncovered you, while you've only just begun to uncover yourself. Every step you take now is magnified. Every choice matters. Every subtle signal you send out reverberates farther than you imagine. And while they're trapped in observation, you're playing the long game. Strategy, patience, the art of controlled chaos. It's intoxicating, isn't it? Knowing someone is tracking your moves while completely blind to your intentions. Now lean in, really listen. Because here's the truth. Obsession from above is not punishment. It's an opportunity, dressed as scrutiny. It's a chance to become something more than the sum of the dots they see. Something unpredictable. Something they cannot control. And yes, it's exhilarating, terrifying, and liberating all at once. You're standing at the edge of the spotlight and the shadows at the same time. And the question is simple. Will you shrink? Or will you step forward, revel in it, and make them pay attention for reasons they can't anticipate? They're fixated now. They've noticed patterns. They've taken notes. And in their study, in their obsession, you are no longer invisible. You are the signal, the anomaly, the story they can't stop trying to write. But remember this, they don't own the narrative. You do. Every step, every choice, every move, it's yours. And when the tension is this thick, when the stakes are this high, that's when you discover who you really are, not the one they think they see, the one they're about to regret underestimating. Now we're at the fun part. Now that they're fixated, now that their eyes are glued to the puzzle pieces that make up you. What do? Panic. Freeze. Nah, that's the rookie move. The amateur's mistake. No, this is where the game begins. This is where attention transforms into influence, into power, into strategy. Every glance they cast your way is a map. Every assumption they make about you is a tool. And you, my friend, you are the cartographer of chaos. Think about it. Every action you take from this point forward, every word you speak, every silence you hold, it matters. They're watching. Yes, they're studying patterns, but patterns are predictable, and predictability is boring. So, break it, twist it, make them question everything. A slight smile here, a subtle pause there, tiny nudges that make them think they understand the script. But the script is yours alone, and they can't read it. Not yet. The beauty of obsession is that it blinds them to reality. They think that by connecting dots, by analyzing behavior, they control the story. But control is an illusion, and when they're trapped in that illusion, you are free. Free to move, to act, to build your influence in ways they cannot anticipate. Every decision you make now is amplified by their fixation. Every step forward becomes larger than life because they're watching, they're invested, they're hooked. No. Don't waste this. Don't shy away from it. Don't pretend to be smaller than you are. Because the second you shrink, the spell breaks. Attention, once diverted, is hard to reclaim. So lean into it. Play with it. Let their obsession sharpen your focus. Let it refine your strategy. Their fixation is energy. Energy you can harness. Energy that can move mountains if you just learn how to direct it. And here's the twist. While they're trying to predict you, you predict them. Every assumption they make, every conclusion they draw, that's your roadmap. That's where the leverage hides. And leverage is everything. Use it wisely. Use it boldly. Manipulate perception. Without guilt. Without hesitation. Not for cruelty. Not for ego. But for mastery. Because this isn't a game for the timid. This is a game for the ones who understand tension, power, and the art of subtlety. Feel that tension? That pulse in your chest? That's not fear. That's clarity. That's focus. That's the sensation of standing at the intersection of attention and opportunity. And yes, you have a choice. Retreat or advance. Fade into the background or step into the spotlight and let the fixation work for you. Let every observation they make fuel your next move. Every misstep they imagine, every scenario they plan, turn it into advantage. Imagine this. They're still connecting dots, still trying to draw a picture. And while they're busy with their puzzle, you've already built the empire behind it. Invisible moves, silent victories. And every so-called mistake, that's a signal. That's a trigger. That's a whisper in the dark that guides your strategy. And in this darkness, clarity emerges. Not theirs, yours. Always yours. So here's the message. Attention is not a curse. Obsession is not a trap. Fixation is not a threat. They're watching, they're analyzing, they're obsessed. And that right there is your weapon, your tool, your opportunity. Now take it, harness it, command it, because when someone high up can't stop connecting the dots about you, that's when the real story begins. The story only you can write. This is the moment where most people flinch, where the pressure gets real, where being watched stops feeling exciting and starts feeling heavy. But not you, because by now, you understand something most never will. Scrutiny sharpens those who are prepared. And you've been preparing quietly, deliberately, patiently. While they stare, you steady yourself. While they calculate, you simplify. This is where calm becomes dominance, without saying a word. This isn't about making noise. This isn't about proving anything. That's what they expect. That's the trap. The real move is restraint, precision, knowing exactly when to act and when to let silence do the damage. Every second, you don't react. They lean in closer. Every moment you refuse to perform, they fill the gaps with assumptions. And assumptions? Assumptions are weaknesses wearing confidence as a mask. Feel how the balance shifts now. They thought attention would corner you, box you in, limit your options. Instead, it clarified them. You see pathways others miss. You sense timing others ignore. And with each measured step, you train them without them realizing it. You teach them how to watch you, what to expect, what to fear. And when the pattern feels complete, that's when you change it. There's a strange humor in watching authority grow uncertain, in seeing confidence crack without confrontation. They don't know whether to move closer or back away, whether you're compliant or calculating. And that ambiguity, that's your shield. You don't threaten. You don't boast. You simply exist with intention. And that unsettles systems built on predictability, more than any loud rebellion ever could. This is where mastery lives, not in chaos for its own sake, but in deliberate imbalance. You let them think they've figured you out, just enough to relax, just enough to misjudge, and then you advance, not aggressively but decisively. Clean moves, clear outcomes, no excess, no explanation. The kind of progress that forces observers to revise their entire understanding of you. Don't rush this part. Timing is everything. Acting too soon feeds their confidence. Acting too late feeds doubt in yourself. You move when it feels almost uncomfortable to wait any longer. That's the edge. That's where intent meets action. And when you step forward, it won't feel dramatic. It'll feel inevitable. As if this was always the direction things were headed. Look at you now, calm under pressure, focused under attention, no longer reacting to being watched, using it. You're not trying to escape the gaze anymore. You've learned how to stand inside it without losing yourself. That's growth most people never experience. That's strength built without noise. And once you reach this point, something changes permanently. Here's the truth. They'll never say out loud. They didn't just notice you, they activated you. Their fixation forced you to refine, to sharpen, to choose who you would become under pressure. And you chose clarity. You chose discipline. You chose control of your own direction. From here on, whatever happens, happens on your terms. And this isn't the end. This is the threshold. The moment where observation turns into consequence. Where being watched turns into being taken seriously. Stay steady. Stay deliberate. Because now, they're not just connecting dots about you anymore. They're adjusting their behavior because of you. And that's when you know the shift is real. This is where silence becomes louder than explanation. Where you stop trying to be understood and start being precise. You no longer need approval, confirmation, or permission. The watching hasn't stopped, but it's changed. The tone shifted, the posture adjusted. You can feel it without seeing it. They're responding now. Not reacting to noise, not chasing confusion. Responding to consistency, to presence, to someone who no longer moves out of urgency but intent. Don't announce what you've become. Don't label it. Labels give people handles, and handles give them something to pull. You don't owe clarity to anyone watching from above or below. Your discipline speaks quietly. Your actions land clean. You let outcomes do the talking, because outcomes don't argue. They settle rooms. They rearrange expectations. And once expectations change, power follows naturally. Notice how you feel now. Less rush, less chaos, more alignment. You're not chasing attention anymore. It keeps finding you. And instead of flinching, you stay centered. You've learned that pressure doesn't mean danger. It means importance. It means relevance. It means your presence carries weight whether you acknowledge it or not. That understanding alone separates you from the crowd. It's almost amusing watching others scramble for validation while you move with restraint. They explain themselves into circles. You let silence hold the line. They overcorrect. You adjust once. They seek reassurance. You maintain direction. And in that contrast, something subtle but undeniable happens. People start matching your pace instead of setting it. This is the final shift. You stop thinking in moments and start thinking in sequences. One move setting up the next. One decision clearing the path forward. No drama, no excess. Just momentum built through clarity. The kind that doesn't spike and crash, but compounds quietly over time. That's not luck. That's structure. And structure always wins in the long run. Don't mistake calm for passivity. Calm is control refined. It's knowing you don't have to respond to everything to stay in command. You choose what deserves energy. You choose where to invest focus. And by choosing carefully, you conserve strength while others exhaust themselves trying to be seen. That's how influence lasts. Somewhere along the way, you stopped needing to prove yourself. That's when everything changed. Because the moment you stop proving, you start building. And building doesn't require applause. It requires patience, discipline, and the courage to let results arrive on their own schedule. You've stepped into that space now, the space where confidence doesn't announce itself. Remember this going forward. Being observed is not a burden. It's a mirror. It shows you who you are when pressure is present. You didn't crack. You didn't fold. You adapted. You refined. You sharpened your direction without losing yourself in the process. That's not something you explain. That's something people sense the moment you walk into a room. And now, This chapter closes quietly. No final speech. No dramatic exit. Just steady movement forward. Let them keep watching. Let them keep adjusting. You're already ahead, not because you rushed, but because you stayed deliberate. Stay grounded. Stay focused. Because from here on, you don't need to announce your presence anymore. They already feel it.